Hello everyone, hooked on Hades but need a new addiction. I've got 15 incredible isometric action roguelikes packed with smooth, dashing, wild builds and pure chaos. Well, let's get into the list. Gatekeeper is what happens when you take the Hades perspective and add about 5,000 more enemies. It's a planetary defender where you're defending magical hearts from literal swarms of robots. You're zooming across planets at Mach 10, picking up power-ups that turn your attacks into screen-clearing fireworks. It's very Survivors-like, meaning the screen gets incredibly messy, but you have full control over your skills. It's flashy, it's chaotic, and it's the perfect game for when you just want to turn your brain off and blast some bots into scrap metal. Ember Knights is a colorful, high-energy brawler that feels like a love letter to your favorite old-school action games. You play as knights trying to stop a mad sorcerer, and the combat is just snappy. The real fun is finding relics that let you break the game in hilarious ways, like making your arrows explode into lightning that heals you. It's a blast solo, but playing with 3 friends is a recipe for beautiful elemental chaos. It's bright, it's fast, and it's pure dopamine. God of Weapons is basically what happens when you combine a fast-paced isometric brawler with a game of Tetris. You're climbing a giant tower filled with monsters, but the real challenge is fitting all your loot into your backpack. Every time you level up, you expand your inventory and have to Tetris fit swords, bows, and shields to get stronger. It's super fast, incredibly addictive, and has that just one more floor vibe that makes your sleep schedule disappear. If you love big builds and smashing hordes of enemies, this one is a total hidden gem. Dandy Ace is a neon-soaked magic show where you play as a fabulous magician who fights with trading cards. It sounds like a weird hobby, but it's actually an awesome skill system. You slot cards into different slots to combine effects, like making your dash leave behind a trail of "Oops, you're on fire!" It's bright, loud, and doesn't take itself seriously at all. If you're tired of dark, damp dungeons and want a game that feels like a Saturday morning cartoon with actual stakes, Ace has got a trick up his sleeve for you. Wizard of Legend is the ultimate, look at me, I'm a firebender simulator. It's all about speed and chaining spells together until you're basically a walking elemental hurricane. You get to pick your arcana before you go in, so you can build a wizard that fits your personal brand of chaos. Want to freeze everyone then kick them into a pit? Go for it. It's fast, it's fluid, and it's got that flow state where you're moving so fast your brain hasn't even caught up yet. Just try not to blink or you'll probably dash into a wall. Sworn is basically what would happen if King Arthur got tired of sitting at a round table and decided to go on a roguelike rampage. You play as a knight trying to take back Camelot from a corrupted Arthur and his buddies. It's got that super familiar Hades-style boon system where different Fey gods give you elemental powers. The best part? You can play with up to 3 friends, so you can all argue over who gets the best loot. It's flashy, Arthurian, and the closest thing you'll find to a co-op Hades sequel. Long live the king! Dreamscaper is half hanging out with friends and half punching your subconscious in the face. By day, you're a normal person building relationships, and by night, you're fighting through a dream world filled with your own fears and regrets. The combat is buttery smooth, mixing melee and magic in a way that feels super artistic. It's a bit more emotional and melancholy than your average roguelike, but it's so gorgeous you won't mind the occasional existential crisis. It's basically therapy, but with way more cool boss fights. Windblown is the newest Chaos Fest from the Dead Cells team, and man, it's fast. Like, don't even try to blink, fast. You play as a leaper in an isometric world of floating islands, dashing around so quickly you'll feel like a caffeinated hummingbird with a sword. The big hook is the alter attack system, where you swap weapons mid-combo to unleash absolute devastation. It's colorful, it's brutal, and you can bring 2 friends along so you can all die together in glorious 3-player co-op. It's basically Dead Cells with a 3D glow-up and 0 chill. Curse of the Dead Gods is for the players who think Hades is a bit too talkative and want to get straight to the suffering. It's a temple crawl where the shadows are your enemy, and the corruption meter is basically a countdown to you becoming a walking disaster. You're balancing light and dark like a moody teenager, and the combat is so tactical that one wrong roll will have you questioning your life choices. It's slower and crunchier, making every successful parry feel like you've just won a gold medal in not dying.
Of fast decision-making, careful strategy, and sharp.
Warm Snow is a silk punk masterpiece where the main character's solution to every problem is more flying swords. Seriously, you control a swarm of blades that you can launch and recall like a magnetic ninja. It's incredibly fast, and the power scaling is so ridiculous that by the end of a run, you're basically a god of destruction clearing the screen in 2 seconds. The story is a wild ride about a virus turning people into monsters, but honestly, you'll be too busy watching your swords go whoosh to worry about the lore. Shape of Dreams is a dreamy, high-octane brawler that feels like League of Legends had a baby with Hades. It's got this unique memory system where you can freely swap skills and socket essences into them to create some truly broken, screen-clearing builds. You play as a dreamer exploring vivid, surreal realms with controls that are as smooth as butter. It's got heavy MOBA vibes with skill shots and tactical positioning, and you can bring up to 3 friends along for the ride. It's visually striking, frantic, and a total must-play for anyone who loves deep customization. Children of Morta is basically what happens when a fantasy family's Thanksgiving dinner gets interrupted by an ancient evil. Instead of one main character, you play as the whole Bergson family. It's like The Incredibles, but with more swords and fewer capes. By day, they're having heart-to-hearts by the fireplace. By night, they're clearing dungeons. Each family member has a totally different vibe, from the shield bro dad to the fire-slinging daughter. It's got gorgeous pixel art and enough family drama to make a reality TV star blush. Plus, you get to pet a wolf cub. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate is literally Hades with shells, and I mean that in the best way possible. You're clearing rooms, picking buffs, and dashing around like a caffeinated turtle. The best part? You can bring 3 friends along for the ride, making it the ultimate pizza and chaos night. Combining Leo's I'm the leader buffs with Raph's I'm just here to hit things energy is a total chef's kiss. It's snappy, it's nostalgic, and it finally proves that fighting ninjas in a sewer is a legitimate career path. Cowabunga indeed. Ravenswatch is like a gritty HBO reboot of your favorite childhood bedtime stories. Imagine Little Red Riding Hood, but instead of bringing cookies to Grandma, she's turning into a massive werewolf and ripping nightmares apart. It's got a cool open map vibe where you're basically on a timer to get jacked before the boss arrives to humble you. Each character plays so differently, it's basically 10 games in one. It's dark, it's moody, and it's the only place where the Pied Piper is actually cool instead of just being a guy who's really into flutes and rats. Cult of the Lamb is what happens when you combine a high-speed action roguelike with a literal cult management simulator. You play as a cute little lamb who was saved from certain death by a creepy deity, and now you have to pay them back by building a loyal following of forest critters. Half the time you're on crusades, smashing non-believers, and the other half you're back at the base cleaning up poop and making sure your followers don't stage a coup. It's adorable, it's disturbing, and it's a total blast. That's all for today's list. Subscribe and like for more exciting new roguelike and roguelite games. That's it, and see you next time.